Massdrop is an online group buy site with a large variety of products. Products can reach well below their MSRP, averaging around 50% off. Click the first link in the description to sign up. Hello guys, DarkLord Projects here again, and before we get started, just saying this is the last video. It's going to be 5 days instead of 3 days, just like the last one, because I have made several videos and I'm back on track, so that's always positive, and those projects are coming to an end, so that's pretty good. So today's build is a $500 Kavari gaming PC build, so let's get started. So the processor is the AMD A10 7850K, which is $167. It's clocked at 3.7 GHz, APU, quad core, and it's FM2+. So I think this is a pretty good APU, but do not worry, we also have a graphics card. That's what makes Kavari special, but I'll get to that later. It's an APU I think it has some pretty good specs. It's obviously unlocked, so you could make 3.7 GHz, I think around 4.1 GHz, which is still pretty good for $167. And I think it makes it good competitor to the Pentium G3 258, especially in a Kavari build. It's also FM2+, which most APUs are, and it's quad core, which is a little bit better than the Pentium G3 258, which is only dual core. So the motherboard is the ASRock FM2A55M VG3+, which is $45. It's FM2+, micro ATX, and has a nice clean black and gray colors. So I think the design of this board, which I don't usually look at, but I was actually quite surprised. I think it's pretty nice for a budget board. Just has black and gray, so it'll match with any case you have. It's also FM2+, the same as the APU, and it's micro ATX, so we can put it in a small case, which we do have. So the memory is the G.Skill Ripjaws X series, which is $90. It's DDR3, clocked at 2,400 MHz. It's high quality RAM, and it's 8 GB to 4 GB sticks. So like I've said in the past, the faster the RAM you have for an APU, the more performance you will get. So this is 2,400 MHz, which is pretty high, and obviously the price tag is $20 more expensive than some other RAM around this price range. So it does have some higher speed, and it is high quality RAM, which G.Skill Ripjaws tends to be. So the storage is a Seagate Barracuda, which is $54. It's 1 TB, 3.5 inches, and 7,200 RPM. This is my go-to hard drive, same with the Western Digital Blue, but this is a little bit cheaper. I think the Western Digital Blue is a little bit more reliable, but I've had no problems with this Seagate Barracuda. I actually do own one, and it's a great hard drive, especially for only $54. So the graphics card is the MSI Radeon R7 250, which is $78. It has 2 GB of GDDR3 RAM. It's clocked at 1.05 GHz, and it's 4.33 inches. So what Kavari is you could use a cheap GPU or an expensive one, but I recommend a cheaper one, and an APU to get extra performance. So unlike my $400 to $300 builds that use an APU, you'll get so much more performance for spending only $78 extra. It isn't a very powerful card, but it works together with the APU so you get extra performance. So this is a pretty standard card at this price range. It's pretty short, and it's clocked at 1.05 GHz, which is a little bit higher than all the other R7 250s. It is pretty much a 250X, but it is still 250. I think it has a little bit less stream processors, but for only $78, it makes a great addition to this build. So the case for this build is the Rosewheel Line M, which is $35. It has best price for quality, it has LEDs, and it's a smaller case. So this is one of my favorite cases around this price range, because it does have amazing quality for only $35. It also comes with the LED fans, which I think make a nice touch to the case, and it is smaller. It has smaller motherboard support, but I think it is a fairly bigger case too, especially around this price range. It's made of good, not cheap plastic, but good material, so that will make your case last longer than you most likely expected. And like I said, the LEDs just look great on the case. So the power supply is the Corsair CX500. It's 500 watts, it's 80+ bronze certified, and it's allowed after 50% or more usage. So this is my go-to, same for the CX430, because it does have some pretty average specs, especially for the price. it being 500 watts is enough to power up all the parts perfectly fine, and it's also 80 plus bronze certified, so you save some money on the energy bill. So the overview for this PC build is it's Kavari, and it's all high quality parts. So it is $500, but compared to some of my other $500 builds, you're not getting as much performance, but it does have high quality parts here and there, especially for the RAM, the case, all those other things that kind of cheap out all those parts. So you're getting high quality parts for everything you buy. And it's also Kavari. Like I've explained when I was talking about the GPU, you'll get some extra performance with the APU and the cheap GPU. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later.